Hello there, thank you for joining us and welcome to Nightline. I'm Henny Gui. Let's get on to the news. Children learn from what they see. An example must be set through truth and action. This is what is being pictured when compared to the high compliance of the standard operating procedure in a kindergarten that was recently allowed to reopen in a red zone area while the country is still plagued by the COVID-19 pandemic.
By TVS crew in a kindergarten located in Kuching, Sarawak found that the reopening of the kindergarten went smoothly with high compliance of the SOP that was set by the authorities. Before entering the class, each student is required to scan their temperature, wash their hands and wear a face mask.
Kalau di arrival, duty ada 2 orang cikgu. Jadi seorang cikgu akan ambil suhu di luar. Kalau student masuk, dia akan paskan barang student tu, jadi dia akan letak satu tempat untuk disanitasi. Lepas itu student tu akan mencuci tangan dan lepas cek suhu mencuci tangan dan semua barang akan disanitasi.
Cleaning, sanitizing and disinfect the whole schools is our daily routines. Yes, we try to minimize because even before COVID, we have other illnesses, we have other diseases. We also want to make sure our children are safe here. So teachers are trained. Yeah, they also know that we have to keep our cleanliness up to the standards.
When the virus go in the hand, you must wash quickly. You must wear mask. Every day you must wear mask.
On the 12th January, Senior Minister for Security Cluster, Datuk Sri Ismail Sabri Yaakob, announced that nurseries and kindergartens throughout the country can continue to operate with permission from the ministry and relevant agency.
University Malaysia Bintulu campus is set to become a forestry research hub, in addition to being entrusted to become a centre for the education of forestry and agriculture.
According to the campus director, Professor Madya Dr. Shahrul Razid Sarbini, the effort receives support from the state government through grants of the educators in UPM Bintulu campus.
Sekarang ni kita tak dapat nyatakan berapa jumlahnya, tetapi sedang dalam proses draft untuk berapa kita minta dan so on lah. Kita tengok keperluan dan hasrat-hasrat apa yang kita cuba laksanakan, terutamanya memang untuk industrial forestration, industri perhutanan lah yang kita cuba sama-sama bekerjasama dengan Jabatan Perhutanan Sarawak.
He said after a courtesy visit to the Sarawak Chief Minister, Datuk Patinggi Abang Johari Tun Openg, he added a discussion with Sarawak Forestry Department has also took place for a potential collaboration.
So sekarang ni tengah kita buat build up the proposal lah, untuk cadangkan dan pelbagai mungkin pegawai di Jabatan Perhutanan akan menyambung pengajian peringkat sarjana ataupun PhD di UPM Kampus Bintulu Sarawak.
For the record, a total of 15 main educators in UPM Bintulu campus have participated in forestry education.
Rajani Borhan's family, whose house was destroyed due to flood last month, can breathe a sigh of relief when the family received an accommodation assistance by staying temporarily in the village's homestay.
According to Kuching Homestay Marketing and Sales Executive Abri Amin, the expenses for the use of homestay by the Rajani family will be fully borne by Kuching Homestay. Hopefully, with the assistance, this will alleviate the burden faced by the Borhan's family to have a place to stay for the time being while waiting for their house to be built.
Ini adalah permulaan untuk kami orang bantu orang lain sebenarnya. Kalau orang luar susah, kita boleh bantu dan dalam masa yang sama, rakyat Sarawak tu sebenarnya banyak yang prihatin sebenarnya untuk kes-kes yang macam tu lah. Yang penting adalah bukan keuntungan tetapi lebih kepada memberikan kesenangan dan keselesaan kepada orang lain. Ya sebenarnya, tapi dari segi keuntungannya kami mesti fikir gila sebenarnya. Sebab salah satunya adalah si datuk yang duduk di situ ditanggung sepenuhnya untuk sidaknya diam.
For Rajani, this gave a semblance of hope to him and his family.
Kami ucap terima kasih kepada pihak Kuching Homestay, TVS Sarawak kerana dapat nolong kami family lah untuk dapatkan sebuah homestay untuk kami sekeluarga. Jadi saya ada ayat yang lain selain dari terima kasih.
Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin reminds Malaysians to be wary of the manipulation of racial sentiments by politicians. The Prime Minister said that was the main challenge in almost all multiracial countries.
Pelaku politik yang cuba menaikkan saham politik masing-masing melalui eksploitasi perasaan kaum, hendaklah kita elakkan.
He said the government was aware that Malaysians would never sacrifice social solidarity and national unity for personal goals.
Kerajaan juga tidak akan sekali-kali berkompromi dalam perkara yang boleh mengganggu gugat perpaduan negara. Berpegang pada prinsip inilah, Kementerian Perpaduan Negara telah diwujudkan dan di bawah kepimpinan Yang Berhormat Datuk Halimah Muhammad Sadiq dan Yang Berhormat Senator Datuk Seri T. Lian Ke, kementerian ini menggalas tugas berat memastikan agenda perpaduan nasional dijayakan.
Muhyiddin said Malaysians, especially the frontliners, had proven their empathy towards each other. This is regardless of race or religion when the country is still plagued by the COVID-19 crisis. He said empathy is a trait that should be strengthened in the society. It helps in efforts to overcome racial challenges more effectively.
Dalam tempoh negara berdepan dengan wabak COVID-19 ini, saya sedar bahawa ramai di kalangan kita juga telah menunjukkan sifat empati sama kita. Kita perlu terus menjeburkan sifat empati ini dalam kita hendak memahami isu-isu kaum dari perspektif yang lebih seimbang dan menyeluruh. Seperti beberapa negara-negara berbilang kaum yang lain, kadang-kadang kita hanya melihat isu kaum dari sudut kaum atau kumpulan tertentu.
Muhyiddin said this perspective needs to be improved to make it more balanced and holistic. He said it should be nurtured through the education system and the media.
On the same development, Prime Minister Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin today launched a national unity policy to ensure that Malaysia remains a strong nation with unity at its core. The policy, based on the concept unity in diversity, outlines continuous efforts to nurture, strengthen and preserve the unity of the people.
The three main objectives of the policy are to strengthen unity and the national integration based on the federal constitution and the Rukun Negara, or known as national philosophy. It is to form a national identity with character, patriotism, the attitude of caring, tolerance, mutual respect and responsibility, as well as producing Malaysians who appreciate and foster unity.
Kerajaan amat menyadari akan hakikat bahawa perpaduan adalah tunjang kemakmuran negara. Maka perpaduan dalam kepelbagaian atau unity in diversity yang berteraskan model integrasi inilah yang kita hasratkan untuk rakyat Malaysia. Ini kerana berdasarkan sejarah, kita rakyat Malaysia telah menerima hakikat bahawa masyarakat negara ini adalah majmuk dan pelbagai latar belakang, pegangan agama, pengenalan bangsa dan budaya.
Due to the differences and diversity, Muhyiddin said that the efforts towards boosting unity in the country should be complemented and based on continuous integration effort. Muhyiddin also urged all quarters, especially agents driving unity consisting of non-governmental organizations, the private sector and related stakeholders to work together. He stressed that the national unity policy is a common policy and all parties are agents of unity that will bring this aspiration forward.
Sarawak will start the first phase of its COVID-19 vaccination program on February 27th, with more than 40,000 frontliners expected to receive the vaccine. According to Sarawak Health Director Dr. Chin Zin Hing, he said 56 vaccination centres will be open throughout the state.
Chin said hospitals and clinics selected as vaccination centre will be arranging appointments for the frontliners to receive the vaccine. He stressed that they want to make sure they come back on time, which is 21 days later, for the second dose for the vaccine to take effect. He added that the second phase is expected to start at the end of April, but that it will depend on the availability of the vaccine.
Now moving on, the Construction Industry Development Board, CIDB, has shut down 15 construction sites which failed to observe the standard operating procedures for the movement control order since 13th January.
According to Senior Minister of Works Datuk Sri Fadilah Yusof, during the MCO period, CIDB has inspected 1,078 construction sites nationwide and only 1,022 sites complied to the SOPs. On Sunday, 15 construction sites have been issued the stop work order as they did not observe several SOPs such as non-compliance of Act 446 for employees' accommodation, no physical distancing and the failure to wear masks. CIDB has also been directed to intensify SOP inspections at construction sites nationwide to ensure compliance. Failure to comply will result in the closure of construction site. For the record, since 20th September 2020 until 12 February 2021, a total of 527 clusters were detected involving workplaces from 852 clusters reported in the third wave of the COVID-19 pandemic throughout the country.
The sexual harassment bill is expected to be ready this March and will be tabled in the next Dewan Rakyat session.
Women, Family and Community Development Minister Datuk Sri Rina Muhammad Harun said the draft of the bill was in the final stage scrutiny for the Attorney General Chambers. She also said that awareness efforts and education on sexual harassment are being mobilized by all agencies under this ministry. Rina assured that the bill would be holistic in nature to curb issues linked to sexual harassment. She added that it was not merely limited to harassment at the place of work. She said this when commenting on calls by several parties. This is following sexual harassment allegations recently involving the police. Prior to this, numerous quarters, including non-government organizations, had urged the government to create specific legislation to deal with sexual harassment.
Right. All electrical appliances sold on the market must obtain a certificate of approval from Energy Commission or have a certificate for the Standards Industrial Research Institute of Malaysia, or better known as SIRIM. A research by Energy Commission showed a sharp increase in online purchases of electrical appliances since the enforcement of the movement control order. A total of 45 cases were reported as a result of a short circuit, with 28 deaths last year.
According to the Chief Executive Officer of Energy Commission, Abdul Razib Dawood, approved electrical appliances and electronic devices in the market need to be affixed with a SIRIM ST logo.
In line with Regulation 97, bracket 1 of the Electricity Regulations 1994, the manufacturer or importer is required to obtain a certificate of approval, or COA, from the regulatory body ST prior to manufacturing, importing, displaying and sales of the regulated electrical appliance or equipment.
Abdul Razib added most cases involving a faulty electrical appliances accident were brought into court investigation and those found guilty face imprisonment. To date, there are 34 electrical appliances with 199 subcategories regulated by the Energy Commission, which involves low-voltage household appliances. Meanwhile, President and Group Chief Executive of SIRIM, Dato' Ir Dr. Ahmad Fadzil, reminded consumers to discern and purchase verified electrical appliances only.
It will help prevent any accidents or fires that could result in injuries or even fatalities. After undergoing inspection and testing, the products under consignment will be affixed with SIRIM ST labels as an assurance of product safety.
For the record, electrical appliances without the Cerium ST logo are dangerous to consumers because they are like a time bomb and cause short circuit anytime. A significant growth among consumers in sales across various products categories were reported, including electrical appliances, and this is a concerning sign for the Energy Commission and Cerium Berhad. Meanwhile, on Monday, a safety awareness campaign on Cerium ST approved electrical appliances was launched. It aims to increase awareness on importance of Cerium ST labels on electrical appliances amongst consumers, manufacturers, and importers. The Safety Awareness Campaign is a collaborative campaign between Cerium, QAS International Cerium, Energy Commission, the Malaysian Electrical Appliances Distributors Association, and the Federation of Malaysian Electrical Appliances Dealers Association.
The Malaysian Communications and Multimedia Commission, MCMC, will investigate and verify the Sugarbook app, which was deemed to be promoting immoral lifestyle. MCMC, in a statement on Monday, said the application should be investigated because the user profiles could be manipulated to deceive victims.
The statement added, users should be aware that they are exposed to cyber attacks risks if they do not take necessary cybersecurity and self-control measures. In conjunction to that, parents and guardians are also advised to continuously monitor their children's internet activities as well as observe their lifestyle changes that may arouse suspicion. MCMC said it will continue to monitor and investigate the Sugarbook application and will take necessary action against the users and platform owners should there be any violation of the law.
Now moving on to the COVID-19 developments in Sarawak. Sarawak COVID-19 infections shot up to 246 new cases today. This brings the total number of positive cases in the state to 6,832.
The death toll remains at 61 as no deaths were recorded today. Dato' Amar Douglas Ugah Ambas said that Cebu recorded the highest cases at 171, followed by Kapit at 22 cases, Julau 21 cases, and Samarahan at 12 cases.
Jadi bagi Cebu, kita telah membagikan kawasan Cebu into zone. Dan kita akan memerhatikan di mana sesuatu zon itu nampak dia lebih bertambah, then that's where we can implement PKPD.
Ugah said the committee has decided not to allow Pasar Tani and Pasar Tamu to operate in COVID-19 red zones in the state. He said the committee have instructed the local Department of Agriculture and Farmers Organization to purchase the agricultural products. Ugah said this will ensure whatever that was produced by the farmers would be brought by the department and they will also sell the products. He added that this was to prevent the farmers from selling their products in town areas.
Malaysia continued to record a drop in the number of COVID-19 infections at 2,464 cases. This is the third time there have been fewer than 3,000 cases this month.
The latest development took the total number of infections in the country to 266,455 cases. Health Director General Tan Sri Dr. Noor Hisham said 2,175 cases were local transmissions involving 1,618 Malaysians and 557 foreigners. In a statement, he informed that 4,521 cases had recovered and were discharged today. However, the death toll today rose to 975 after 10 fatalities were reported. Noor Hisham said 13 new clusters were identified in Selangor, Penang, Terengganu, Kuala Lumpur, Johor, Melaka, and Perak. Noor Hisham also said 8 clusters had ended today, with 489 active clusters remaining.
In an effort to get close to the public, Bukit Semuja Assemblyman John Illus participated in a motorcycle convoy program around various villages held by the Bukit Semuja Recreational Sports Club.
The program is aimed to monitor the impact of floods, such as road damage and ruptured river embankments in the respective areas. Through the program, John Ilus said with 15 other participants had the opportunity to visit 6 villages, namely Kampung Hulu, Kampung Hilir, Kampung Tebakang Melayu, Kampung Sorak Melayu, Kampung Sorak Sumpong, and Kampung Slabi Entukoh. At the same time, he contacted various relevant agencies to take appropriate action to overcome the post-flood problem as soon as possible. This is to avoid unwanted things happening to road users, including residents who live near the river, which were badly affected by the flood.
A man suffered bodily injuries after the car he was in collided with another car that came from the opposite direction. The accident occurred at Jalan Batu Kawah near Paragon Concrete Sdn Bhd, which caused the traffic in the area.
According to eyewitnesses, the car driven by the female driver was said to lose control before crossing the road divider. The car then swerved into the opposite lane and collided with another car driven by a 57-year-old man. The woman, however, did not suffer any injuries. The Fire and Rescue Department spokesperson informed the local press that the team received a distress call at 12:36 p.m. on Monday before dispatching a group of fire and rescue personnel to the scene. During the rescue operation, a rescue tool was used to remove the victim, who was trapped at the front driver's seat. The man was then sent to the hospital for further action. The cause of the accident is still under investigation.
And that concludes the Nightline for tonight. Thank you for tuning in. With that, I'm Henny Gui, and have a pleasant night.